Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we will be milking the cash cow, that is, talking about dream stands. I'm going to summarize what a stand in general is, because there are a lot of different definitions, but the actual definition, which is not what Dream will tell you, is the definition, is stand and fan merged together, or in other words, someone who obsesses over you and stalks you. That is what a stan is. I hope that's very clear, and it should be immediately prevalent that stan is a part of the word stalker, fan, or sentence. Is the sentence? Who cares? It's like a group of words that is merged together into stan, and it's stalker, fan. So already you know it's not like a good group of people because it has stalker in the word. And I just think that a lot of the things they're doing are not okay, especially since they are my age, minors, which is a problem if you're making not safe for kids or minors art, or if you're making about your favorite creator, or if you're doing that but now with fan fiction. All this stuff is creepy, it's weird, and the fact of the matter is that Dream supports it. In his bio he puts stan supremacy or something like that, something absurd like that. He calls anyone who is like, your stans are a problem, he rips them apart and calls them an idiot, and he ratios them. It's very annoying. And then he acts as if he can, control his stands, and he acts like he doesn't care, and it's fine that he doesn't care. He's entitled to that opinion. But it's the reason I'm not making this video, saying, defending Dream doesn't deserve this. No. I am not here to defend Dream. Dream has dug himself a grave, and he can get out of that grave, or he can lie in it, for all I care. Because Dream, he has, for far too long, been in support of these people. And that is a problem, is because he's affecting those around him. Other big creators that have been affected are Tommy, Init, Tubbo, Wilbur, even Technoblade on occasion. But you can see it occasionally when they're streaming. Tommy says Dream's fan base is rude to KSI, and that's why KSI wasn't swearing in this video, and he got canceled for it. Then he says something like, stop doing that fan fiction, and everyone's like, yeah, I'll stop. And then 2 days later, you can probably see a million more bad things online about Tommy and, Dream, and it is weird. Or, Tommy and Tubbo, weird stuff. And that is one of the true parts of the problems. He's not affecting himself because he doesn't care. It's like the old saying, you can't cancel someone who does not care that you're canceling them, or whose audience does not care that you are canceling them. It doesn't work, and he does not care about any of this inappropriate stuff. He actually supports it by doing things like stan supremacy in his bio. That's something he promotes, and if he's fine with it, a lot of people just assume that's okay. But no, it affects people around him. It affects people who are getting sent horrific messages saying, kill yourself because you're not a Dream supporter. And that is freaky. Or that all of his, friends that he does Dream SMP stuff with are, being sent, or being, weird art. I'm pretty sure, Wilbur was getting sent, offensive, rude things in his Gmail, or email, whatever you want to call it, because, I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it was something they thought he didn't like Dream, and it's just very harmful to members of the Minecraft community, especially the Minecraft YouTubers, and the key parts of it often stem around like his support. His support is the problem because, or not, it's not the problem because you can't stop everybody from doing these things. But they are kids. They are going to follow the hive mind. Dream is that hive mind. He is the yellow brick road to them. Most kids, if he stopped supporting the community that he has currently, the most toxic community on Twitter, on YouTube, in Minecraft, most toxic community, if he was like, no, let's not do this, a lot of those kids would be like, yeah, why is everyone else doing this? It's so bad, and would ditch everything and follow the hive mind. The other people would just be fade into irrelevance. But no, he does not want to do that because these kids are willing to buy his expensive bad merch and all that stuff. They're willing to do it and pay him $70 for a water bottle that anyone could make. Like, that waste of money to a normal person is not a waste of money to a stan, and that is why Dream keeps his stans. He also keeps them because he's been doing it for far too long. Think about that fact. He cannot escape stans anymore because he is, like Tommy once said on a stream, Dream loves his stans. Something along that lines while talking to people about stans as a whole. And that is where it gets weird because he supports his stans. Therefore, he has dug himself into a hole or a grave, and he is currently lying in it. Slowly as the days go on, more stands are going to get canceled. It's going to fall. His channel is going to fall because of it. He needs to come out and say that this is not okay. So the hive mind, or Yellow Brick Road, changes direction. Or else his grave he's lying in it. And then soon it will be buried. Like, although he's a wonderful Minecraft player, he is not fully needed in the community as much as people think he is. Tommy is probably the funniest Minecraft creator currently. Technoblade is the best PvPer currently. Like, he is the best speedrunner, but he cheated on a speedrun, which downgrades his credibility, which is another problem. I'm not going into that one. Maybe for another day. Maybe for like a day where talking about old things. But he is no longer needed in the community. He's just the most popular, and now he's built himself a toxic fan base, and it's all very bad. He needs to get out of it. And I don't know if he will. But let's talk about the actual things that they do wrong, because I was mentioning all this art. What is the art? Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people with fairly big minds that don't follow the hive mind can know what I'm talking about. If you catch my drift. But there's also other types of art, mainly of Dream injuring himself, which, once again, not safe for kids. Very bad art. And the worst part about it is not even that Dream supports it, because it applies to everything. It's that it's mostly kids in his fan base that make this art. And to think that other kids my age could be doing that and then getting supported by Dream infuriates me and makes me feel so bad for whoever has those mental problems in their brain who's like, I need to draw this horrific art. And it also goes over to fanfiction. Fanfictions are often horrific. I mean, if you can write like a cool fanfiction where it's like, and then he dove off the tower in an explosion, yeah. Like, sort of like one of those types of fanfictions where it's more like you're writing a story and not safe for children words, and not that. Totally cool with that if it's just like fiction and it has your favorite creator in it, but not the not safe for kids stuff made by kids in fan fiction. And that to me is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. That he supports kids, little kids, like maybe 9-year-olds are doing this sort of thing. Like, you can notice that the art is fairly bad, so it's possible that 9-year-olds are doing this kind of thing. And that makes me so miserable to think about that. I am a very, I need to help people person. Like, I want to help people. And thinking that people are suffering mentally to the point of doing absurd things and following the hive mind because of Dream supporting them to do this sort of stuff makes me infuriated at Dream, at the hive mind, which is Dream. It makes me infuriated at other people who are making this content and showing to younger people or even older people that this is okay. Just people on Twitter who make it seem okay. How the community comes together and affects everything, and that people my age or younger are being affected by it. It just makes me so angry. And past that, death threats. That is really why I'm infuriated by it. I remember seeing that from a Cordwit video. You should all watch the Cordwit Dream stand, something like Dream's fame will be his retirement or something. You guys need to watch that. It does a way better job than me playing Minecraft and talking about something. It's awesome. Not sponsored. It's where I got a lot of this information. And from that video, I found that he, as a small creator, was canceled and sent death threats, but he didn't care. But there was this other girl, I don't know her name, I instantly forgot it after watching the video, but she was getting sent death threats. It was her crying. It was, the saddest thing I had ever watched. She was getting canceled for disliking stands by stands. Oh, I wonder why she does, dislike you. It's clear as day why she doesn't like you. If you were canceling her and then sending death threats to her to the point where she is crying while saying a video, not really an apology, but more like just crying and telling people to stop sending her death threats. It is horrifying. Horrifying. I feel like I've said that 80 times during this video, because Dream just goes on and supports it and says, I can stop them whenever. And then 3 seconds later, they're sending death threats after he sends out a tweet being don't send death threats on my behalf, smiley face. Well, that really helped. But the final things I want to say on this is that a lot of people often will come in here and say, most stands are good. No, that's not what I'm here to say. Stands are bad. Dream needs to talk or speak out against them to ensure that young kids will stop. Because Dream is not needed to continue the community, but I want to see him continue. I do not hate Dream. I dislike his ego. I dislike what he's currently doing with the community. I think that if he apologized for his current actions, he needs to apologize and own up to the fact that he is the reason for this massive toxicity and for all of Tommy and its drama. He is the reason. I do not dislike him, but he needs to be held accountable. And I don't think that he will ever allow himself to be held accountable because of his massive ego and just what he thinks of himself. I enjoy his content, but I feel like he's gone a bit too far. See you guys soon with another video. So just keep that in mind while you're doing internet things. Make sure to stay away from the stands at all costs.